Hey everyone, Carlos over at BearBullTraders.com. Here's my recap for today, Monday, August 6th. Great way to start the week by having two stocks traded, very clean. Only 11 tickets done today for a total of 744. Sorry, I just realized I left this out. So what I'm doing is right before my recap videos, I add in these columns so you can see that it's on a live account and not the sim one. But then in my trading, this column here is I hide both of these columns, and I also hide this P&L here, and I also hide this column and this as well. So what this does, it allows me to focus just on the chart, not if I'm going negative a couple, of $100, $200. I'm focusing just on what the chart is giving me and the price action. And I gotta tell you, this is something that Andrew, Robert, and a lot of other guys in the chat room are doing. And it really helps focus on just the chart alone. So I got to figure out a better way, maybe save a template with P&L and not P&L so when I do these videos. All right, so let's focus on the first chart we have, on the first trade we have here, which is SEAS. So on the first trade, it started selling off. Here's the 5-minute chart. It started selling off, and I was looking at this for a short. Some of us in the chat room also liked the way it was forming up for a short. But then you had this push up, this buying pressure that brought it up above the VWAP, and then the value started coming in on the next 5-minute candle more than the previous one. So we took it for a long. So we took it for a long right above VWAP. As soon as it had this nice push up, we took some profits out, and then I took the rest out once it started hesitating on making a newer high. Here's what it looks like on the 1-minute chart. Again, you had this nice dip here. This is when we were thinking that it was going to be a short. And this is why it's so critical to wait, that five minutes. Okay, you have to wait that 5 minutes, wait for that pullback, because if this thing did want to sell off, it would have pulled back up to here. This would have been a great entry on the 5-minute chart, and then we would have been pushing down all the way to here. So the risk to reward would have been perfect. But that's not what happened. What we see here is that it continued to bounce off the VWAP on the 1-minute chart, and once we had this push up here, and the volume was starting to come in, we jumped in for a long and we took profits as it went up. We noticed that it was hesitating to make the second candle. The candle after the 935 candle didn't get a lot of volume. So here's when I took everything out because there was not enough volume to push it up to the new higher day. And glad I did, because then you had this nice drop. Definitely did not want to be part of that. Then on the short side, once it lost the VWAP, it started doing this consolidation here, and these wicks look very bearish, right? Because a lot of selling pressure pushing the price action down. So I got long here with a stop loss at around VWAP. Now here's what happens. This is why I don't use hard stops, because even though this thing went slightly above my stop loss, the price action was very bullish. There was a lot of big bids at the at lower at on 2480. So there was a lot of signs that were showing that this was still very bullish, although it was pushing up. And glad I held through the pullback. Did an engulfing pattern right here. Then it completely dropped again. I took some profits, and it took some profits again here. Then at this point, it just wouldn't lose this 2440. It was struggling a lot to lose this. I took the rest out here because I did not want to hold whatever I had left to the break-even point, or on this pullback here. So I would have got stopped out on this pullback if I would have held it, and I still would have missed the moves that it did. Actually, on the 5-minute chart, I'll show you. This thing just pulled back over here, and then it just continued to drop. So didn't hold it for that, unfortunately. So this thing went on to make other people richer. Hopefully, people in the chat room did take that trade or held that trade. So on MU. MU was a trade I took between these two before going short on the second trade on SEAS. So then it looked like it was going to lose it. I took a short here, very low shares, only 500, because MU has been very choppy, so I don't trust the action on it. So I took low shares, expecting for it to give me a bigger move than what it did. So it came in here, it did this consolidation. It finally started losing it with this moving average. I took some out here immediately. The minute that it didn't continue to break down towards these levels here, I just took the rest on this candle once it did this little pullback, and glad I did, because it continued to You just move up around the VWAP and then just became choppy. If you look at the 5-minute chart, same thing here. Got in, took some out here, then it just started being very bullish, and I took the rest out because it just went back to the moving average, and this was just very choppy. MU just has not been a good trade to do in the first 1 or 2 hours. So this is why I only took 500 shares. So that's my trade for today. Hope everyone else had a very good clean day and green as well. I will see you guys tomorrow.